There is a hidden truth buried beneath centuries of dust and forgotten bricks, and once you hear it, you may never look at modern heating the same way again. The ancient Romans, with tools far simpler than ours, and without a trace of digital technology, mastered a system of indoor warmth that still outperforms many of our most advanced HVAC setups today. It is not nostalgia. It is not exaggeration. It is one of history's boldest examples of human ingenuity that we somehow manage to forget. What makes this revelation truly shocking is that we often treat heating as a purely modern problem, as though energy efficiency and comfort control only became important after the invention of electricity. Yet the Romans faced many of the same challenges we do now. They wanted consistent warmth, clean air, low energy waste, and steady comfort. But where modern systems frequently lose heat through ducts, struggle with uneven room temperatures, or rely on energy-hungry blowers, the Romans developed a solution that pushed heat precisely where it was needed delivered. It silently and kept energy loss to a minimum. Their answer was the hypocaust, an underfloor heating system so brilliantly engineered that it feels almost futuristic. Imagine the entire floor of a home or bathhouse floating on a carefully spaced grid of stone pillars. Beneath that suspended floor, a furnace burned fuel while hot air flowed freely through open channels. As that hot air spread under the floors and rose through hollow walls, it created a radiant heat effect that modern HE systems struggle to match. This was not just heating. This was a full-body warmth that enveloped a space evenly from the ground up. Instead of blasting hot air into a room and hoping it circulated, the hypocaust used natural convection and radiant transfer to heat the materials of the building itself. Once those materials warmed up, they acted as massive heat batteries, releasing warmth slowly and steadily long after the fire died down. Modern radiant floor heating tries to recreate this same effect, and engineers still praise it as one of the most efficient and comfortable ways to heat a space. Yet the Romans got there 2,000 years ago with nothing more than brick, stone, and a deep understanding of airflow. What also set the hypocaust apart was its multi-zone ability. A large villa or bath complex could have one furnace heating several rooms, each receiving controlled airflow through strategically designed vents and channels. Our modern homes attempt similar zoning with smart thermostats and elaborate ductwork, but the simplicity and reliability of the hypocaust's passive distribution remain jaw-droppingly impressive. The brilliance of the hypocaust does not end with engineering. Roman urban planning and architecture played a crucial role. Buildings were designed around shared walls, compact layouts, and strategic use of sunlight. Many homes were built with thick masonry that trapped heat during the day and released it at night. Their choice of materials, floor elevation, and building orientation all worked in harmony with the hypocaust, effectively turning entire structures into heat-retaining shells. The Romans also fueled their furnaces with renewable biomass sources that were readily available. While not perfect by today's environmental standards, these fuels produced far less waste compared to the fossil fuel dependence of many modern heating systems. The hypocaust did not require loud blowers, electrical grids, compressors, or complex mechanics. It was efficient because it relied on naturally moving air and heat storage, which meant virtually no energy was wasted on unnecessary components. All of this created an ecosystem of comfort and efficiency. Heating was not an isolated device in a home. It was part of the building's identity, woven into its architecture and daily life. Modern HVAC systems often focus on speed and convenience, but that comes at a price. Forced air heating wastes energy through duct leaks, temperature swings, and constant cycling. Warm air rises quickly and gathers near ceilings, leaving cold floors and uneven room temperatures. Systems rely heavily on electricity and fossil fuels, contributing to environmental strain and high utility bills. What is even more surprising is that many modern systems recreate problems the Romans already solved. Uneven heat distribution? The hypocaust handled that with radiant floors. Energy loss through airflow? The hypocaust avoided blowers entirely. Noise pollution from mechanical systems? The hypocaust was silent. And perhaps the biggest issue of all, modern heating treats warm air as something to blast into a room, while Roman heating treated warmth as something that should radiate from the environment itself, allowing the body to relax into its surroundings. The most exciting part of rediscovering Roman heating is realizing how much of their philosophy is making a comeback. Radiant floor systems, geothermal heating, and passive solar design all echo ancient principles. These approaches operate quietly, distribute heat evenly, reduce wasted energy, and create a more natural comfort that modern forced air cannot match. The Romans understood that efficiency was not just about burning fuel. It was about designing systems and spaces that work together. Their heating was not something added to a home. It was something built into the home. Modern architects and engineers are once again embracing the idea that heating should be part of the building as bones rather than an afterthought bolted on later. So the lesson is clear. The Romans were not just inventing technology. They were mastering the art of warmth, blending engineering, architecture, and lifestyle into a single system. Their forgotten genius shows that sustainable comfort is not a new idea. It is an old one that we ignored for far too long. If you enjoyed uncovering how ancient brilliance still outshines modern systems, make sure to subscribe, share this video with someone who loves hidden history and ingenious old world engineering, and stay tuned for more deep dives here on the Forgotten Warfronts.